Danse. My name is Cheyenne Gopher. This is for the INSW 448 SO1 with Marlene McNabb. My practicum placement is North Central Family Center. North Central Family Center has been serving Regina's North Central community since 2002, including children, youth, adults, families, and seniors. The center is a registered nonprofit charitable organization that serves North Central, Regina, and those in need. The organization's vision is to provide a safe and supportive environment for the services, programs, and activities available. North Central Family Center offers a wide range of supports from family literacy, after school youth programs, employment programs, elder senior supports, outreach programs, among many community supports as well. The Family Literacy Program is a drop-in program available to all families with no registration required, where the learning takes place within the family, encouraging and building self-esteem through family connection. This program is offered Monday to Wednesdays, 12:30 to 2 p.m. at the North Central Family Center on 5th Avenue and is located downstairs in the literacy room and area. Intergenerational learning includes parents, children, siblings, stepfamily, grandparents, caregivers, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, neighbors, and others identified by family. Language learning is a foundation of literacy: talking, singing, rhyming, playing, and book sharing. They offer parent engagement. They empower parents to support their children's literacy development, also improving newcomers' English. They build confidence so parents can assist in their children's learning and success in school. Family literacy activities include: they read in book setting, they have crafts and games, reading scavenger hunts, literacy trips, song and dance, and reading buddies. Elder and family supports. The NCFC has been supporting Regina's North Central and citywide elders with weekly food hampers. The NCFC has a support worker named Cheryl that assists the elders and their needs like personal hygiene, clothing, and any other supports that are needed. In other times, just a person to talk and interact over the phone with. NCFC receives food donations that is distributed in their food hampers that are given out weekly to their elder program, to the literacy program, to the youth after school program, and to their employment program, and pretty much to anybody that comes to their door that are in need. They have food and clothing that are placed in boxes in the picnic table outside for those that are walking by, and that are available to those walking by, especially in these cold conditions. They also have winter jackets, boots, toques, mitts available for those that are in need that come to the door. Community meals are offered to the public as well before COVID restrictions. They did have drop-in programs prior to COVID, so their doors would be open to the community where the workers would be able to interact with community members and getting to know the community. But since COVID restrictions have been in place, that has not been an option. Cultural programs are offered to drop in also: traditional elder teachings, sweat lodge ceremony, moccasin making, beading, and etc. After school program. This is available to children and youth ages 8 to 17 years of age. Programs are split into 3 groups: the littles aged 8 to 10, the tweens aged 10 to 12, and the teens aged 13 to 17. The littles are upstairs in the common area, whereas the teens and tweens are downstairs. Programs run Monday to Thursday, 3:30 to 8 p.m., and Fridays, 3:30 to 9 p.m. The littles attend Monday to Wednesday during COVID pandemic, while the tween and teen groups attend every day of the week. Planned activities, fundraising, end-of-month trips, sports, cultural awareness, self-esteem building, leadership training, summer jobs are available in these programs. The outreach program. They provide resources, services, and opportunities for the overall benefit of all members of society. This is available to those who reside in North Central as well as other areas of Regina, pretty much to anybody that is in need. Services that are offered are housing, employment readiness, budgeting, computer literacy, child protection guidance, childcare subsidies, community referrals, employment supplement, crisis management, housing retention, counseling referrals, food bank, child tax benefit, cultural resources, bed referrals, obtaining identification, advocacy, and many others. Weekly food hampers are available, clothing are available. They have toiletries, personal hygiene, household items, and pretty much any other items that you could think of are available to those in need. My experience has been fantastic. I mean that in the most humbling way, as I have gained community knowledge and building connections with children to elders. I have shadowed many programs and how they operate and what is offered to the community members. The NCFC definitely does not get the credit they deserve for the work they do for the community, the people, and the support that is offered outside of the North Central community as well. I have worked as a part of their organization's team and am able to provide some suggestion and feedback to their services provided. I have gained confidence and trust and value for my opinion and input that is suggested. I have been able to indigenize my practicum by integrating traditional knowledge and teachings. I have served the community by assisting those in need and have been answering phone calls and directing people in the right direction and services. Difficulties and challenges. I have experienced a personal challenge that I have been dealing with. I lost a loved one December 2020, which has affected my motivation and perseverance. I have realized that my own healing has to be done in a healthy way and to learn to reach out for help and not to be afraid to ask for help. Another challenge that I need to work on is my mobility and punctuality. I have to be on time, and maybe if that means leaving 20 minutes earlier than when I start, so I'm not walking in the door right on time or a couple minutes late. It was difficult to build connections at first because I was shy and I was underestimating myself. But after the first week physically in the building, it felt as if I were there for a while, and a familial family support organization is what they truly are. Another challenge that I have to work on is just being empathetic, is not being too empathetic with other people's situations, so that I am not carrying on burdens of other people and I could cope with it and handle it in a healthy way. But not saying that being empathetic is a bad thing. Successes and achievements. I was able to build connections with service providers and users, so I was able to build connections with those around me, those employed within the organization, volunteers, parents, families, and to the service users as well. So elders, the youth, the children, the employment program, and to those that come to the door that are in need of assistance of any kind. I was able to help others without a doubt with various tasks, and what was asked for me, I did no problem. Articulating new ideas, I was able to incorporate some traditional knowledge and ideas that would be beneficial for their program kids, because traditional knowledge and culture is very important to identity, so that children feel strong in their identity and not that they're feeling lost because they do not know who they are. I was assisting in times of need, so I was supervising when I was asked to. So watching over kids, watching over the youth, being a leader. I assisted with elder hampers, with grocery shopping, packing the hampers, and also delivering them following proper COVID restrictions and protocols. I assisted with littles activities that were dropped off Thursdays and Fridays when they were not there at the program, and I assisted with their hampers as well and would drop off those Thursdays and Fridays. I was a mentor. I mentored tween and teen girls that asked or approached me, and I was able to give them some feedback and some advice. I was a role model to the children and to the youth there, and assisting with community members and anyone that came to the door, answering the phones. I integrated traditional knowledge, so smudging with the tweens and teens, sharing proper protocols, sharing that knowledge on how to keep our medicines, and teaching about prayers. I was also able to be a leader and lead the smudging group and program with the nurses and leaders also, and sharing the proper protocols and in approaching elders and picking medicines. But I didn't share too much, as there's only so much you can share, but our teachings are passed on through physically and by someone that knows the proper ways of doing so. Successes and achievements. I was approached after the smudging teaching. I was asked if I could do Cree lessons for the tweens and teens. I had no problem doing it because it was one of my goals by indigenizing my practicum placement. This was one of my goals, but I did not want to force it out to the kids, so I was very happy that I was approached by a young tween and asked to do so. I was a role model to the youth without realizing until I would reflect at home. I realized how much the youth looked up to me as a role model, and being that role model for them, I wanted to give them the inspiration and courage and motivation to know that they can achieve anything that they put their mind to, and that we all face different battles every day. So I was able to meet the kids where they're at, and I was able to understand and connect with them, as I have many life experiences myself. Being in fresh loss and grief stage, I did not realize the impact I had on those at the center. I was too caught up with my loss and grief that I didn't really realize the effect that I had on the children or those around me until I would reflect at home, which was a very fulfilling feeling. the knowledge gained, I gained knowledge on community supports. So while being at the center, we had a pharmacy manager come in to give us naloxone training, and she offers various community supports at her pharmacy she manages. So to harm reduction, to having snack available, to directing clients or patients to the proper resources. I was also able to network with her and talk with her and tell her a little bit about myself. And she had just said that in the future, if I ever become a mental health therapist slash counselor, she would donate space to me so I can counsel her patients that come into the pharmacy, as she sees that the trauma and intergenerational trauma really affects people's livelihood and their social being and their whole well-being as well. So that was very fulfilling and good that I was able to make a connection like that. I gain knowledge about the donations that are received at the North Central. So they receive pastries and dairy from Sobeys that they pick up every day before 1, which is so great that they do that because that's what fills a lot of their hampers. Church lunches are also dropped off every week. They have food donations from various donators. They have clothing, household items, furniture, company donations, among many others. They have a lot of volunteer help as well. There's also other community services that want to work together with supporting the community, so coming together collectively and collaborating together and working together for the betterment of the people. Building relations with other organizations to support one another. They also receive baby donations, which I did not know of, and their bed donations, their bed program. They also have building relations and communicating, supporting those in need, and meeting them where they are at. So I was able to build connections and relations with service users and meeting where they are at and not where I am at. So it was a very humbling experience. Hi, thank you all for listening. I have had a very good practicum so far, and I can't wait to finish the rest, and I can't wait to hear how everyone else's went. Hi, Kanan Skumten.